Bruce Lee trained Wing Chun under Ip Man before he ever threw a punch on camera. And the 5 holds at the core of that system did something that Western fitness still hasn't caught up to. They built a spine, a chest, and a set of shoulders that could absorb and generate force from any position without ever breaking down. The 5 holds I'm about to show you come straight from that tradition. They take 15 minutes, they require no equipment, and they will fix more of your posture problems, your rounded shoulders, and your neck and upper back pain than any brace or any ergonomic chair ever will. So let's get into them. The first hold is the one every Wing Chun student learns on day 1 and most Western gym goers have never attempted. The basic stance called Yigi Kim Young Ma. It looks simple from the outside, feet parallel, toes pointing forward, knees bent and pushed outward over the small toes, hips tucked under, spine long. But held correctly for any length of time, it is one of the most demanding isometric positions a human body can get into. And it does something that almost nothing else does for posture. It teaches the pelvis, the spine, and the hips to find neutral simultaneously. And it builds the deep stabilizing muscles that hold that neutral position without you having to think about it. Here's how you do it. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Point your toes straight forward, not out at an angle, straight ahead. Now bend your knees and push them outward, tracking them over your small toes. Your knees should feel like they're being spread apart, even though your feet aren't moving. Tuck your pelvis under. Think about bringing your tailbone toward the floor rather than letting it stick out behind you. Pull your lower ribs down so your lower back flattens. Stack your head directly over your shoulders, chin slightly tucked, the back of your neck long. Now hold that. Everything stays on. 30 seconds to start, working toward 2 minutes over the coming weeks. What you'll feel almost immediately is the muscles deep in your hips and along the inner thighs working harder than they ever do during normal standing. That's the point. Those muscles are the postural foundation of the entire lower body. And in most people, they've been switched off for so long that the hip flexors and lower back have been compensating for them around the clock. That compensation is why your lower back aches at the end of a long day. The stance switches the right muscles back on and takes the wrong ones off the hook. The mistakes here are consistent. The first is letting the knees drift inward the moment fatigue sets in. Keep pushing them out. If they collapse, come out of the stance, reset, and go again. The second mistake is overarching the lower back, sticking the tailbone out behind you, which feels more natural because most people have lived in that position for years. It is the opposite of what you want. Tuck the pelvis, flatten the lower back, and keep the ribs down. If 2 minutes in this stance feels genuinely easy, add a light weight held in front of your chest to increase the demand on the deep stabilizers without changing anything about the position itself. The second hold comes from the wooden dummy training that Bruce Lee practiced daily and is the most direct fix for rounded shoulders and a collapsed upper back that I know of, the isometric wall press. You're going to stand facing a wall and press both fists or palms into it at chest height, arms extended but not locked, and push as hard as you can without actually moving. No movement, pure tension. This is how Wing Chun practitioners built the chest, shoulder, and upper back balance that let them generate explosive force from a stationary position. The pushing and the pulling muscles working at exactly the same intensity at the same time, which is the only way to build the balance that corrects rounded posture at its root. Here's how you do it. Stand about 2 feet from a wall. Make a fist with both hands and press your knuckles flat against the wall at chest height, arms almost fully extended. Now push hard. Imagine you're trying to move the wall. At the same time, pull your shoulder blades back and down away from the wall as if someone is pulling them toward your back pockets. You are simultaneously pressing forward and retracting backward. Hold that tension for 10 seconds, rest for 30, and repeat 3 to 5 times. You should feel the chest and front of the shoulders working at the same time as the mid-back and rear shoulders. That balance is what's been missing. Most people make one of 2 mistakes here. The first is pressing without the retraction, all push and no pull, which just reinforces the same rounded pattern you're trying to fix. The retraction is not optional, it is half the exercise. The second mistake is shrugging the shoulders up toward the ears during the press, which loads the neck instead of the chest and back. Keep the shoulders down and back the entire time, no matter how hard you're pressing. Progress this by increasing hold time from 10 to 20 to 30 seconds as the tension becomes more controllable. When you can maintain the position with full retraction for 30 seconds at near maximum effort, you will have built more upper back strength than most people get from months of rowing. The third hold is the one that directly addresses neck pain, forward head posture, and the tension that builds up between your shoulder blades after hours at a screen. The Tan Sao guard hold. In Wing Chun, Tan Sao is an open hand deflection technique, but held as a static position, it becomes one of the most effective postural resets available. You extend one arm forward at shoulder height with the elbow slightly bent, palm facing the ceiling, fingers pointing away from you. The other hand stays chambered at your hip. You hold the extended position while maintaining everything from the basic stance, pelvis tucked, ribs down, spine long, chin slightly tucked. Here's how to do it. Get into your basic stance first. Extend your right arm forward, elbow soft, palm up, fingers relaxed but extended. Now actively push your shoulder down, away from your ear while you reach forward. Think about lengthening the arm away from the body rather than just raising it. Your shoulder blade should feel like it's sliding down your back as your arm extends. Hold for 30 seconds. Switch arms, 2 rounds per side. What you'll feel is a sustained engagement across the entire back of the shoulder and the mid-back, the muscles that have been chronically overstretched and underworked in anyone who spends time sitting with their head forward. You are loading them in a lengthened position, which is how you rebuild strength in muscles that have been switched off. The mistake almost everyone makes is letting the shoulder rise up toward the ear the moment they extend the arm. That's the body defaulting to the rounded pattern it knows. Fight it. Keep the shoulder anchored down throughout the entire hold. The second mistake is holding the breath, which causes the neck and jaw to tense up and defeats the postural purpose entirely. Breathe steadily and keep the jaw relaxed. Progress this over time by adding a very light weight, even a full water bottle, held in the extended hand, which dramatically increases the demand on the posterior shoulder and mid-back stabilizers without changing anything about the mechanics of the position. Now, before I show you the last 2 holds, I want to address something directly. If you're watching this because you've been dealing with posture problems, neck pain, upper back tightness, or the kind of chronic aching that follows you through every part of your day, you're not stuck with it, and it's not just something that happens with time. I built a 30-day program called Reboot Your Body for people in exactly that situation. It's a complete step-by-step system that rebuilds your movement and your strength from the ground up, so you can get back to living without your body fighting you every hour, playing with your kids or grandkids, sitting through a workday without your neck locking up, waking up in the morning and actually feeling rested instead of already stiff. The link is in the description below if you want to check it out. Same methodology as everything in this video, built into a complete daily plan for 30 days straight. All right, back to it. The fourth hold is the one that fixes the problem nobody talks about when they talk about posture: hip and thoracic rotation. You can have a perfectly aligned spine in a static standing position and still move like everything is locked up, because the rotational mobility in your mid-back and hips is gone. Bruce Lee's entire fighting philosophy was built on the idea that power comes from rotation, and the training methods he used to develop that rotation happen to be some of the best tools available for freeing up a stiff thoracic spine and painful mid-back. The horse stance twist hold. You take a wide stance, feet well past shoulder width, toes pointed out about 30 degrees, and sink until your thighs are as close to parallel with the floor as your mobility allows. Then you rotate your upper body to one side as far as you can go, arms extended in front of you, and hold that position. Here's how to do it. Set your feet wide, sink into your horse stance, thighs toward parallel, knees tracking over the toes, chest upright. Bring your arms out in front of you, with your hands pressed together, fingers pointing forward. Now rotate from the mid-back, not the hips, the mid-back, and turn to your right as far as you can go without your hips shifting or your knees caving. Hold that rotated position for 30 seconds. Come back to center. Rotate to the left, 2 rounds per side. You should feel a deep opening sensation through the mid-back and between the shoulder blades. If you feel nothing there and only feel it in your lower back, You're rotating from the wrong place. Think about initiating the turn from just below your shoulder blades, not from your waist. The first mistake is letting the hips shift in the direction of the rotation, which makes the movement look bigger but eliminates the thoracic component entirely. The hips stay square. All the movement comes from above the belt. The second mistake is collapsing the stance as the rotation gets harder. The knees cave, the heels lift, and suddenly you're doing something entirely different. Keep the lower body locked and stable the entire time. If the full horse stance depth is too much to maintain while rotating, come up slightly until you find a depth where you can actually hold the lower body still. Depth in the stance is secondary to quality of the rotation. Build the depth over weeks as the hips and thoracic spine open up together. The fifth hold is the one that ties everything together and is the most direct fix for the rounded upper back and sunken chest that define modern posture for most adults. The wall angel hold. It's used in Wing Chun conditioning to restore the overhead position and open the chest and shoulders after dense, contracted training. And it does something that no amount of chest stretching or shoulder rolling can replicate, because it loads the muscles of the upper back in the exact position where they're weakest. Most people's posture problems aren't really about tight chest muscles. They're about weak upper back muscles that can't hold the shoulder blades in place when the chest pulls them forward. This hold builds that strength directly. Here's how to do it. Stand with your back flat against a wall, feet about 6 inches away from the base, knees slightly bent. Press the back of your head, your upper back, and your lower back against the wall. Now bring your arms up into a goalpost position. Elbows at shoulder height, bent to 90 degrees. Backs of the hands against the wall. Everything stays in contact with the wall. Now slowly slide your arms upward, maintaining contact between your hands, forearms, elbows, and the wall until they're fully extended overhead. Then slide them back down. That's 1 rep. But here's how you turn it into a hold. Find the point in that range of motion where it feels hardest to keep everything against the wall and stop there. Hold for 30 seconds. That sticking point is exactly where your upper back is weakest, and that's where you need to spend time. The most common mistake is letting the lower back arch away from the wall as the arms go up, which takes all the work out of the upper back and puts it into the lumbar spine. If your lower back keeps peeling off the wall, bend your knees more and consciously press your lower back flat before you move your arms. The second mistake is letting the elbows or hands lose contact with the wall, which means you're compensating around the restriction rather than working through it. Less range of motion with full contact is far more valuable than full range of motion with your arms floating free. Progress by holding your most difficult position for longer, 30 seconds, then 45, then 60, before working to extend that range. All right, here's the complete routine. Start with the basic stance, 2 rounds, 30 to 60 seconds each, 30 seconds rest between. Focus on the pelvic tuck and the knee push the entire time. Then move into the isometric wall press, 3 to 5 rounds of 10 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Maximum tension every round, full retraction the whole time. From there, go into the Tan Sao guard hold, 30 seconds per arm, 2 rounds per side, with about 30 seconds between sides. Then the horse stance twist, 30 seconds per side, 2 rounds per side, 60 seconds rest between rounds. Finish with the wall angel hold, finding your hardest position and holding for 30 seconds. 2 to 3 rounds with a minute of rest between each. The whole session runs about 15 minutes. 3 times a week is enough to produce real, visible change. Within the first 2 weeks, you'll notice your head sitting further back over your shoulders, less tension building up in your neck through the day, and more ease when you reach overhead or turn to look behind you. Within a month, you will move differently. Not because you've been told to sit up straight, but because the muscles that are supposed to hold you upright will finally be strong enough to do their job without you having to think about it. That's what Wing Chun conditioning actually builds, not flexibility for its own sake, not strength for its own sake, but the structural integrity that lets you stand, move, and live without your body working against you. If you want a complete 30-day plan built around this kind of training, with every session laid out and progressions built in so you don't have to figure anything out, grab Reboot Your Body through the link in the description. And if this video helped you, subscribe. A lot more of this is coming. Now close this video, find a wall, and get your back against it. The stance starts now.